Hey comic book fans, and welcome back to the Comic Fix. Now this is my Wednesday vlog. Usually I like to keep it lighthearted and just talk about my comics, but something came to my attention. There's a female YouTuber out there called I Like Comics Too, and she did this video called Women Do Not Read Comics, and it's a response to the Washington Post article about Miss Marvel and how Marvel and DC, if they're looking at getting women readers, there's no women readers out there. And so it's her response to that article and to the comments that came about that article. I'll have a link down below to that video, and I recommend everyone reading it or watching it. It's just enlightening and it's just awesome. I mean, yeah. So, anyways. So in this video, she's talking about the comments that the comic community had made about women readers, cosplayers, anything that's women and geek related. And I have to say, people, I am appalled. Why the hell do we call ourselves comic book readers if we're not willing to let everybody else read anything that we like? I mean, this is not only boys only club. This is a club for anybody that wants to read something. Now, I just hate the idea that we as people, as comic book readers, as just human beings, cannot accept that women read comics too. And how we just get in our mind that women can't read comics because this is a boy thing and this is a boy thing only. You know what I have to say to you if you think that? Fuck you. I mean, who are you to say that only a certain demographic gets to read a book? Who are you to say that they are only the male population is going to enjoy this? Who are you to say that? I mean, just reading and watching this girl, just being like, who the hell are these people? Because I do understand in life, in the internet realm, people are usually dicks. They don't come onto video and just say their point of view. They just go behind a screen and just type things. Now, sometimes I do know that there are trolls out there and who see an opportunity, who will just write their opinions that are not actually their opinions, but them just being a dick just because that's the thing that we do on the internet, is be dicks. And so to see that the Washington Post makes this ridiculous statement that why is Marvel going in and, you know, trying to cater to the women audience and put out a Miss Marvel title that is not going to sell? This is just a gimmick, people. I mean, no women reads comics. And it just is like, oh man. Is it 2014? Because it feels like it's 2014, but it feels like we're back in like the 50s. I mean, hell, if we're back into those type of day and age, you know who's not supposed to be reading comics? Me. You. Only children are supposed to read comics. And now we're in the day where we're saying, okay, men can read comics, but females can't? I mean, what the hell? Really? What the hell? I mean, it's just sickening to see that we live in a day and age where it's not okay for females to read comics. And we can degrade them for that. Or we can degrade them for being at Comic-Con. Or we can degrade them for being a cosplayer and just, as you say, they're over-sexualizing themselves. They're only being a sexual object. They're not real comic book fans. Really? I mean, I've heard it all so many times. And to see that not the majority, but just a select few can just show the loudest that anybody can get is the person being very negative or being very hateful. And when people see this, they think that that's all that our community is. And one thing I love is going on to like the YCC and seeing how diverse everybody is and how no one's really bashing each other down just to bash each other down. And I really wish that in the year 2014 we could break down the barriers and say, I don't care if you're a woman, if you're a male, if you're gay or straight, if you like what you're reading here, enjoy it. And you don't need to go and say that this is a boys only club. No. You do not need to say that. And it just sickens me to see that we still live in a day and age where it's not okay for a certain demographic to read our books because we say it's all alright. Hell! Okay, I go and buy my comics today. Okay? And how many of them are women titles or women centric? Wonder Woman. I mean, just one of the most badass characters that you get in comics, and one of the most badass comics that you get today. Batwoman. Yes, she has seen better days, but what I think it was J.H. Williams III, what he did with that series and with that character, she's such a strong character. And I could easily just give this book to any female and be like, hey, you want to read comics? You want to see how strong a female character can be? Here you go. And then we have on here Supergirl. We have on here Birds of Prey. We have on here Harley Quinn. Shall I go on? And then you go on to the Image titles and you see all these women-centric books. And you're telling me, people, that women cannot sell comics? That just having a woman on the cover is not going to sell because the women don't come to read their comics, so they won't buy that comic. That's just comic's just a gimmick, just for a gimmick's sake. And I say no. It just saddens me to see that we still live in a day and age where this shit happens. I will never be here on the Comic Fix and say to you, only boys can read this, or only straight guys, only gay guys. No. No. Everybody who can read, who has eyes, who can see, can join. I mean, it just sickens me to know that we live in a day and age where this shit happens. And hopefully with this, because I know that Mr. CDC, I think Camp, he did a video just like how I did, and it was very elegant. I know it wasn't as angry as like I just got, but it's sad to see that we live in a day and age where this stuff happens. And I'm glad to see people like Mr. CDC Camp come on and just speak their mind and just make me hopeful for the upcoming generation. Maybe people can see this and be like, okay, it's not a boys only now, it's everybody. And if you have not checked his YouTube video out, I have his link down below to his channel. And I have the link down below for the terrific Girls Read Comics too. And just go down there, support these people. I mean, I just want to see a day where we do not see black or white, but we just see a person. And we don't see sex, we don't see gender. We just see a person who wants to read something that we love. And how are we different to say that you can't join? But I like, my main goal is just to give out stuff and just give and show my joy for this genre. And to have somebody say to you, you cannot join because you're not fitting into our status quo, it just sickens me. And if you agree with me, if you disagree, just comment down below. I know this can be a little controversial, but it's just, I want to see just comics flourish, and I think that people like this are going to hinder what we love about comics, and it's going to make it just one-sided. So, my name's David Lee from the Comic Fix, and if you did not know, I am on Monday through Friday, and on Monday I have Marvel Mondays, on Tuesdays I have Independence, and on Wednesdays I have my comic haul plus my vlog, which you're watching now. And then on Thursday, Friday, I'll have my reviews. And then on Saturday will be the special one where I'll be putting out my pick of the week. So this is Dave from the Comic Fix saying I'll see you guys next time. If you haven't done so, subscribe, comment, and let's get this conversation started. I'll see you guys next time.